In a workshop in Vietnam, far from the factories and robotic assembly lines, a dream begins to take physical shape. The ambition is bold. A handcrafted interpretation of a Bugatti is about to rise. This is not just another automotive project. It is a personal challenge embraced by a passionate creator, HույI. For him, the idea of building a DIY supercar is not driven by luxury or status. It is driven by challenge and vision. The supercar he's trying to recreate is a symbol of real, hands-on craftsmanship. It represents skill, patience, and the kind of work one can't fake. Every curve matters. The proportions have to feel right. The lines have to flow. Every single surface has to reflect the soul of a true supercar. It all starts with the foundation, the bare skeleton, that's going to decide how this whole car looks and feels in the end. The proportions, the strength, the stance, everything depends on this first step. Using detailed references from the original Bugatti design, HույI studies every angle and measurement he can find. Then comes the hard part, turning that wild supercar geometry into something he can actually build. Next comes the surface foundation, the base that will let him shape the composite body. To get it right, he needs to create a negative mold that will produce a strong, lightweight shell without losing any of the car's curves or details. The combination of plastic sheets and stainless steel mesh gives the mold the strength it needs while working on the shape. The next step is creating a full three-dimensional mold, but HույI isn't using expensive industrial materials. Instead, he works with clay soil. The clay does double duty. It's both his sculpting medium and the structural support for the mold. Now the raw sculptural form starts turning into a strong, high-performance shell. The creator begins by applying the gel coat, which gives the body a smooth inner surface. Then he lays down the fiberglass mat, saturating it with resin to capture every carve and aerodynamic line. The master moves on to refining the surface. He applies putty all over the surface to get a smooth, seamless finish. This step isn't just about looks. It is preparing the body to take on final coatings. Once the final layer has cured, HույI starts sanding. Using coarse sandpaper, he removes any excess material and evens out the surface, creating a smooth, continuous finish. Through careful work, the supercar's silhouette stays true to the original Bugatti design. HույI shifts his focus to a more advanced part of the build, crafting a specialized design element. On a real Bugatti, this isn't just for looks, it's engineered to manage airflow and enhance stability at high speeds. He repeats the same trusted process he used before, turning the sculpted form into a strong, durable composite component for this new aerodynamic element. What started as a clay vision has now become a real, solid fiberglass piece. One of the most defining parts of this luxury supercar is the front bumper and grille. This isn't just decoration, it's a key mechanical and aerodynamic element of the car. Inspired by the bold, aggressive styling, the front end has to do two things at once. It needs to look powerful and commanding, but it also has to guide airflow with precision. The roof of a Bugatti is far more than just a cover for the cabin. It's a carefully engineered surface. It balances structural strength, passenger comfort, and high-level aerodynamics. Every curve and line is shaped to guide air smoothly from the windshield over the cabin and down toward the rear aerodynamic elements. The goal is to cut turbulence, reduce drag, and keep the car stable at high speeds. It's a perfect example of Bugatti's design philosophy. Form always follows performance. HույI moves on to a meticulous stage that turns the once solid body into a functional, modular supercar structure. He carefully cuts out specific sections for further work. This part of the build is both surgical and deliberate. Every opening or panel has to be precise, lining up perfectly with the car's design and serving its intended function. One small mistake here could throw off the whole balance of the vehicle. HույI turns his focus to what will become the rear air intake and cooling vent system. The process begins with shaping the aerodynamic profile of the rear deck. This extension reduces wake turbulence and provides a more controlled pathway for air to move smoothly over and under the bodywork. He has studied the sweeping curvature of a Bugatti, where designers extend the rear tail, often called a long tail, to keep airflow smooth as far back as possible. The rear isn't just about looks, it's engineered to manage airflow over the deck, working in perfect harmony with the active rear wing and diffuser. With the aerodynamic surface finalized, attention turns to the cooling vent cutouts. On a real Bugatti, these vents are essential. A more than 1,500 horsepower engine generates intense heat, and proper airflow is critical to keep everything running smoothly. In true performance fashion, these vents aren't just holes in the bodywork. They become functional channels, guiding cool air to the heat exchangers and letting hot air escape efficiently, managing engine heat without upsetting the car's aerodynamic balance. This step focuses on one of the most striking and technically exciting features of his DIY supercar, turning the conventional side doors into upward opening units. In automotive design, doors that swing up, whether scissor, butterfly, or dihedral style, are usually a hallmark of high-end performance cars. HույI has spent hours studying the technical diagrams of Bugatti's butterfly door cars, paying close attention to how the doors line up with the roof, side sills, and A-pillars. He knows it has to be perfect. Even a tiny misalignment could throw off how the doors swing open. To create a fully functional, mechanically reliable system, he fabricates steel brackets and pivot points that will support the weight of the doors and guide their complex upward swing smoothly. The welding is done with controlled heat and careful attention to prevent warping or weakening of the surrounding metal. With the base hardware in place, he installs the struts, the hydraulic supports that carry the door's weight and help them move smoothly. Then comes the test, opening and closing the doors over and over, watching how the struts handle the load and guide the motion perfectly. He customizes the side airflows, taking direct inspiration from the advanced aerodynamics of real Bugatti supercars. On these high-performance machines, every inlet, channel, and surface is a part of a carefully engineered system that controls how air moves around, through, and out of the body. The rear hood is chosen as a signature detail. HույI carves a distinctive triangle-shaped pattern using rotary tools and sanders. The rear hood is no longer just a cover. It has become a bold, dynamic part of the supercar's personality. This stage of the build is one of the most complex, both technically and visually. HույI shapes the rear section of the car, bringing together multiple high-performance features: the active rear wing, rear diffuser, grille details, and taillight housings. On an iconic Bugatti, these parts aren't just for show. They're carefully engineered to control airflow, boost stability, manage cooling, and generate downforce at extreme speeds. Precision templates and reference curves guide HույI's hand, making sure every line and curve matches the graceful, yet aggressive sweep you see on real Bugatti rears. By the end of this stage, the rear of the DIY supercar has taken on a dynamic aerodynamic shape. It's no longer just the back of a shell, it reflects the same kind of integrated engineering approach that real Bugatti designers use. On his DIY supercar, the exhaust system isn't just a couple of hidden pipes. It's a bold setup of metal tubing that ends in 6 visible tailpipes at the bottom of the rear fascia, fully functional and giving the car its unmistakable sporty presence. The pipes are cut following the template, and the 6 tailpipes are positioned to exit in a clean, symmetrical pattern. While most modern supercars stick to 2 or 4 tailpipes, Bugatti has always pushed the limits with more complex, daring exhaust designs. At this point in the build, HույI makes one of the smartest decisions of the whole project. He decides to reuse the complete working system from an older Toyota. That donor car gives him everything in one package: the engine, transmission, chassis, wiring, suspension, brakes, and steering, a ready engineered setup that already works together the way it should. Of course, it's not going to deliver the insane power of a real Bugatti engine. But that's not the goal here. What it does offer is reliability. Every part in that Toyota was designed to work in harmony, tested on real roads, and refined over years. For a handmade build like this, that kind of proven durability is gold. The master fully understands that this drivetrain cannot deliver the extreme horsepower or top speed of a true Bugatti supercar. However, in the context of a DIY build, the decision is both rational and resourceful. Instead of chasing unattainable performance figures, he prioritizes functionality, safety, and cost efficiency. Some parts of the old Toyota are left in place because they're needed to reinforce the new body. Since these remaining pieces are steel, there's always the risk of rust over time. He cleans them up and treats them with an anti-rust coating. If the test drive goes well, that's the green light. Now the old Toyota is finally ready to receive its new Bugatti-inspired body. Now the focus shifts to one of the most important technical parts of the car, the rear wing mounting brackets and lifting system. These aren't just simple metal supports. On performance cars, they are highly engineered pieces that have to handle real aerodynamic force. In some models of Bugatti, the rear wing doesn't stay fixed. It automatically adjusts its height and angle based on speed, driving mode, and even how hard the driver is braking. At high speeds, the wing rises to generate more downforce, pressing the car firmly onto the road. During heavy braking, it can tilt sharply and act like an air brake, creating extra drag to help stabilize the car. Behind the scenes, systems like this rely on hydraulic actuators, electronic sensors, and reinforced linkages, all working together to respond instantly. The interior of a Bugatti is known for its minimalist yet dramatic design. The cockpit is clearly driver-focused, with a center console that creates a distinct separation between the driver and passenger areas. HույI follows the same approach in building the interior structure. After applying the coating, he lays down fiberglass mat and saturates it with resin. As it cures, what started as a lightweight mock-up slowly transforms into a solid, rigid, composite structure, strong enough to become the foundation of the cabin. The flowing lines of the dashboard and center console start to capture the same purposeful elegance the real Bugatti interiors have. Even though it's built in a workshop and wrapped around a repurposed drivetrain, the cabin now carries the unmistakable visual DNA of a true supercar cockpit. At its heart, the cabin is all about stripping things down to the essentials. Every surface, every control, every curve has a purpose, and together they create a space that feels completely unified. Bugatti's designers think of the interior as one flowing sculptural form that wraps around the driver and passenger. The dashboard shows elegant simplicity with smooth flowing curves, minimal clutter, and built-in displays. The center console is narrow and sculpted, putting the focus squarely on the driver. Its design takes cues from classic automotive Art Deco, blended seamlessly with modern supercar technology. In a real Bugatti, the center console brings together all the key driving controls: drive mode selector, gear shift, and climate controls. Everything the driver needs is right at hand, keeping distractions to a minimum at high speed. In this DIY version, the console still follows the same layout, though its functionality is a bit simplified. Visually, the console flows seamlessly into the cockpit. Its curves mirror the lines of the exterior body, creating a smooth connection between the car's inside and out, so the whole design feels like one continuous, purposeful piece. One detail that really defines how the cabin feels is the inside of the doors. The outer panels already carry that original supercar look, but now the inner side has to match the refined cockpit style inspired by Bugatti models. He shapes the armrest, carves out the recessed handle area, and smooths the transitions between each section. The goal is to echo the same elegant curves you'd find in an original Bugatti interior: clean, flowing lines that feel natural and refined. On high-end hypercars, like those from Bugatti, the side mirrors are much more than just pieces of glass. They're shaped by aerodynamics, designed to reduce drag and fit perfectly into the car's overall performance package. For his build, HույI starts with a practical move. He finds a pair of old Toyota mirrors and uses them as the base. Inside, they already have everything he needs: adjustable glass, mounting hardware, and a solid pivot system, all reliable and proven on the road. The only problem? The original housings don't match the sleek, flowing style he's aiming for. So that's where the real work begins. He reshapes the outer shell by hand, transforming it into something that fits the elegant, aerodynamic look inspired by Bugatti. As HույI moves onto the steering wheel, he once again blends practical reuse with creative customization. He starts with an old Toyota wheel as the base, then reshapes it to capture the distinctive style and performance focus of a Bugatti. The outer shell becomes his canvas. Layer by layer, he applies moist clay, gradually building the forms that will define the new rim and contours. Once the clay is shaped, sheets of fiberglass mat are cut to fit the curves, laid over the dried clay and saturated with resin. After curing, this fiberglass shell forms a rigid outer body. He then trims and sands it smooth, carefully reattaching it to the Toyota wheel's mechanical base. Keeping the internal mechanisms intact, so the horn, tilt adjustments, and wiring all stay functional, he carefully prepares the surface for the final finishing touches. He covers the wheel with putty, sculpting gentle ergonomic bulges where the driver's palms will naturally rest. At the same time, he refines the symmetrical curves to match the flowing lines of the car's cockpit. He pays close attention to the spots where fingers wrap around the rim, making sure the grip feels comfortable and the wheel gives an engaging, connected driving experience. In a real Bugatti, the steering wheel is far more than a simple rim. It's the main connection between driver and machine. The shape is designed to support both aggressive driving and long-distance comfort, often with a flat bottom for leg clearance and a grip thickness that inspires confidence at any speed. In this DIY build, HույI uses a Toyota horn mechanism for practicality, but the finished steering wheel and horn placement are crafted to reflect the same careful ergonomics and safety focus you'd find in a real Bugatti cockpit. In a real Bugatti, the horn button is built right into the steering wheel hub, placed so the driver can reach it without taking their hands off the wheel, a detail that matters a lot when every fraction of a second counts. Because Bugatti vehicles are built to exacting standards, even relatively simple components like horns are often designed specifically for the model rather than borrowed from mainstream vehicles. The result is a steering wheel that, while built on a cost-effective donor part, carries the sculptural quality and visual language of a Bugatti control. It's a custom-crafted interface that perfectly balances practicality with hypercar-inspired design. Headlights are where a car's face really comes alive, and on supercars like those from Bugatti, they're as carefully engineered as any performance system. They don't just light the road, they're sculptural elements that flow with the car's aerodynamic lines. After cutting out the headlight openings in the front body panel, he builds a detailed sculptural model for the headlight housing, a form that must capture Bugatti's signature look, with clean, aggressive lines and solid mounting surfaces for the lights. Once the exact shape for the headlight assembly is set, he cuts spaces for 3 square lights in each headlamp position, creating a unique arrangement inspired by Bugatti's multi-element clusters. Above these, he cuts out a grid for the white square LEDs that will serve as daytime running lights and visual accents. He creates the LED light shells by pouring epoxy into the square molds. Once the epoxy has fully cured, the transparent shells are ready for installation. Modern Bugatti lighting uses matrix LEDs, adaptive beams, and on some limited models even laser-assisted illumination, delivering brilliant light that responds dynamically to speed, steering, and traffic. Each epoxy headlight shell is carefully placed into its matching cutout on the front body panel. HույI positions every LED unit precisely, making sure it sits perfectly within the housing. Next comes the electrical work. He wires each LED to the power source, adding switches and fuses to keep everything safe. While this DIY setup doesn't replicate Bugatti's advanced adaptive lighting systems, it delivers reliable illumination and captures the look of a multi-element, high-tech hypercar headlight. Once the wiring is done, the assemblies are tested. The main beams, accent LEDs, and running lights are powered on one by one, confirming that everything works correctly and lines up just right. While his DIY build doesn't include Bugatti's adaptive modules, the custom openings and multi-light array capture the same complex visual language. a mix of performance-driven geometry and technical flair. With the headlights working perfectly, the master moves on to sealing them up by making clear covers from acrylic plexiglass. The choice is simple and practical. Acrylic is lightweight, and here every extra bit of weight matters. Also, it offers great optical clarity, letting the LED light shine through cleanly while still giving a glass-like finish. One of the most iconic design touches in modern hypercars is the full-width rear LED light strip, inspired by the stunning Bugatti La Voiture Noire. On the real car, the taillight isn't split into separate sections. It's one continuous red line, stretching clean across the entire rear. It's simple, bold, and instantly recognizable. To recreate this look, the master removes the rear fascia section of his build so he can make an accurate mold for the light strip. He builds up the mold walls and prepares a long cavity for further work. Once everything is ready, the epoxy mixed with red pigment is carefully poured into the mold. It is allowed to spread evenly from end to end, minimizing trapped air bubbles as it fills the cavity. As it cures, he sands the edges smooth and polishes the surface to bring out its clarity and depth. Little by little, it turns into a solid glass-like strip, ready to serve as the outer lens of the taillight. To achieve that structured LED effect seen on real hypercars, he measures and creates evenly spaced openings along the back of the strip. These cutouts allow individual LED modules to be inserted at precise intervals, making sure the brightness stays consistent from one end to the other. To further resemble its real analog, HույI incorporates subtle design elements, external accents that visually anchor the light strip. This handcrafted light bar is not simply decorative, but integrated into the structural and stylistic rhythm of the rear bodywork. Before painting, he prepares the entire surface by applying primer, a foundational layer with several key purposes. The primer creates a smooth, uniform base that helps the paint adhere evenly, preventing peeling or flaking over time. It also fills in tiny pores and minor imperfections in the fiberglass, ensuring the final color looks consistent and flawless. Once primed, all removable parts are taken off so the paint can reach every contour without overspray or blocked edges. Even the hardest to reach nooks receive an even coat. When everything is ready, he begins spraying the body with white paint, applying multiple thin layers to build depth and richness. Each coat is carefully sprayed in controlled passes and allowed to flash off before the next, ensuring a smooth finish without runs or sags. After the white base coats are fully applied and cured, a clear protective top coat will go on, sealing the paint, enhancing gloss, and adding durability. Bugatti's exterior colors often include deep, rich tones, blues, blacks, or two-tone combinations with accent colors that nod to heritage, like yellow paired with exposed carbon, or a near-matte black carbon with minimal reflection. As the project gets close to completion, HույI installs and wires up the exterior mirrors. This is one of those final touches that nears the build to the finish line. The inner side of the door is more than just a trim panel. It holds a network of electrical components. Wiring harnesses are routed through flexible grommets so they can handle the door opening and closing. These wires carry power and signals for door switches, locks, and mirror adjustments. The windshield is one of the most important safety, structural, and aesthetic milestones on the car. This is not just a simple window. It defines the driver's forward view, contributes to the vehicle's structural rigidity, and plays a key role in aerodynamic performance. Exterior design elements are what turn a car from a static sculpture into a dynamic, performance-focused machine. On real hypercars like Bugatti models, every curve, fin, and protrusion is engineered not just to look striking, but also to manage airflow, reduce drag, boost downforce, or cool vital systems. HույI follows the same approach on his DIY supercar, making sure every detail improves both its appearance and driving performance. Every line, extension, and wing is there for a reason, giving the vehicle a sense of motion even when standing still. The Toyota steering system is kept in place underneath, including the column, tilt mechanisms, and universal joints, so the car can be steered safely without complex custom work. The horn wiring is integrated into the wheel button, allowing it to activate the signal regardless of wheel rotation. In real Bugatti hypercars, the seats are highly specialized components, providing maximum support during high-speed cornering, keeping the driver and passenger firmly in place. In this DIY build, the seats are functional and practical. Also, stylistic touches are added to capture the distinctive aesthetic and premium feel of a true Bugatti interior. As HույI steps back to survey the completed build, the transformation from raw materials to a fully realized supercar is undeniable. Every curve, every panel, every carefully crafted detail reflects a blend of ingenuity, craftsmanship, and reverence for automotive excellence. While this DIY Bugatti cannot match the staggering power, carbon fiber monocoque, or precision engineering of a factory-built Bugatti, it fully captures the spirit, the aesthetics, and the functional design philosophy that define the French hypercar marque. From the sculpted clay soil and fiberglass body to the hand-shaped aerodynamic elements, every step reflects the same meticulous approach found in real Bugatti production. The distinctive front and rear lighting, the integrated rear wing and diffuser, the sculpted interior, and even the fully functional steering, seats, and mirrors all come together working seamlessly as a complete car, just like a true hypercar. The result is more than a replica. This hands-on creation shows that even in a DIY setting, it's possible to capture the essence of a hypercar, translating the language of speed, luxury, and precision into a single, tangible car. Ultimately, HույI's project is a testament to what dedication, creativity, and careful study can achieve. It stands not just as a vehicle, but as a work of craftsmanship, proving that with vision and passion, even the dream of building a Bugatti-inspired hypercar can become reality. If this project inspired you, hit the bell to stay updated, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and share your ideas in the comments.